have you ever wanted your Toa Mata figure or some other Mata figure to have their sword or weapon posed in the air like this? Well, too bad. It's not going to happen. But don't start panicking, because I have a solution to that. Without taking off the gears or adding anything, well, adding something, but not taking anything off, the figure itself will stay the same. You'll just be able to see one little extra, pretty much unnoticeable thing, which is kind of cool. All you need is a figure, either just to add friction. If you want to add friction to the arm, like the 2015 sets have, like just to add friction but still have a bit of the gear function, then all you're going to need is either Tahu, Kapaka, Lua, or Pohatu, since they only have 2 gears, one of them being connected through their neck, and then one of them being connected through their shoulder, or leg for Pohatu. But if you have Gallier or Nuva, who has 1 gear for each arm, 3 gears, like 1, 2, 3, then you can't do this. But you can do something else that I'll show you after this. So you're going to take black axle, or red, or white, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Take it, and slide it in on the side where there isn't a gear. Slide it in and push it in. Now, check this out. Bum, ba, 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 ba. This is no fake. This is not a custom. A black axle has let me put Tahu's sword in the air. Yep. A black axle. And check this out. You can still kind of pose him. Eventually, the gear will push the black axle to a point where it'll be loose like the original Mata, like this. Eventually. So, it's not as good as the 2015 sets where the friction will never run out. Because after you pose him, the gear will eventually start pushing and pushing until it'll slop down. So that's over time. That will happen. But that's just if you were gonna play with him for a second and get him in that pose and maybe take a picture or something and then put it back to his regular self. But if you want to display him on your shelves for a long time, like that, what you're actually going to want to do is you're going to want to hold his arm like this, straight down, and then stick it in the side with the gear. And then that just stops the gears from even moving. The Mata hand will slightly slant forward or back, depending. It will never slant straight down like this arm. You can get it to slant like this if you just do the friction. This will work with Gallian or Nuva because since they have 2 gears, it just clogs up the gears and then it allows you ultimate posability without the gear function doing anything. And to change the shoulder position, you can pull it out and the gear will stay in there because it's partially locked in by that axle. Then you can just adjust how it's posed. If I can just, come on gear, what the heck? Come on, what the heck is happening? I don't know. Wait, I'm gonna take this out for a second. It's like stuck somewhere. There we go. Oh, sorry for that like 10-second break or something. But here's a tip. Just pose them like this and then slide it in and then take it out. Yeah, it was like stuck. And you'll be able to do this and then you'll be able to do this. But of course it will never be completely straight. Let me see what I can. There we go. So of course, as you can see, the Mata hand is slightly above, but it's not. It doesn't look any different like that. And sorry, the sword isn't in the full picture, but can you see that black axle just by looking at it? Especially if it's on your shelf. But looking at it from the side, barely. Only if you like look right there. From the top, you can see it, and from the back, you can see it. And it does stick out in both directions. But from this side, you can't see it. From an angle at the top, you can't see it. From an angle at this side, you will probably just overlook it. Can't see it. Can't see it. You can't see the black axle. It's pretty well hidden. And if that gives out a lot of thing, if when you look at that you say, hey, that's not supposed to be there, then you could put a red axle there if it's Tahoe. Or if it's Kapaka, you could put a white axle. But you can only get them in red, black, and white. The reason why I posed his arm downward first is because by pushing it out, you can't get it out. So that's one bad thing. What you'd have to do is you'd have to take it out and then take this, put it like that. And yeah. But yeah, I hope you like how to add friction to your Tahoe or any Toa. How to add friction to your Toa Mata / Toa Nuva arms. So yeah, I hope you like this. And bye.